I was kind of taken aback by the fact that Chris Grier, the GM of the Dolphins, got fired today.
Why him?
Exactly. Like, we keep talking about the coach, and I know he's put the team together, and he's been in the organization for a long, long time. But, the GM, but not the coach. And what is this really going to do for Miami? If you're a Dolphins fan today, what's running through your mind?
I think, it's one of those things where maybe, the owner there, Stephen Ross, is like, okay, changing the coach. We don't have anyone we really like intern-wise. Let's probably address that in the offseason. Or GM, you can start formulating your roster right now. Obviously not with the trade deadline, but the GM during the year has a lot of responsibility of looking at free agents, studying where we want to go, what we want to do, that sort of thing. So I get why the GM is the first domino to fall for sure. If you're a Dolphins fan, though, I think you watch last night's game and you think to yourself, how on earth is this team this bad? And the Ravens, give them their flowers, played well, especially in that second half. Lamar was excellent. But there was some stuff in that first half. Like, the Dolphins should have been leading the game at the end of the first half. And they just can't get out of their own way. And it's one thing after another. I mean, you get to the point, too, where you're missing 35-yard field goals. It's just, when it rains, it pours.
But Parts, you get rid of the GM. The GM's clearly probably going to get rid of McDaniel unless he's so in tight with the owner, which I have no idea if that's to be the case. But after that, like, what do you do with, like, Tua? Like, not just performance, but the stupid press conferences. Like, where is his standing in the NFL right now?
So that's one where I think if you get rid of this whole staff, you need to address the Tua situation, because maybe it's one of those things where if you get a new coach, fresh voice, different offense, you can understand it. Like, if you're the new GM, because you're stuck in Tua in the contract, to me, you really evaluate Tua's entire past. And part of that means you got to go and talk to college coaches, guys that have been with him, when he had success, what he likes doing, what he doesn't like doing. And just that's how you make your coaching decision. Because like you said, that amount of money, that position, where you drafted him, how you invested in him, you've got to get this guy back on track. And he has moments. Like, there were moments yesterday where like, wow, Tua's looking good. He's slinging the ball pretty well. But there's also moments where you're like, oh, my goodness, this is tough to watch.